Hello, welcome to the CIA Corner. My name is William Sabule, and I want to welcome you to this segment of the CIA show where we, of course, run commentaries, interviews, and analysis, which you are also a part of. So don't forget to also get engaged in this conversation as we talk about these stories. So today, I want to address the matter about hunger and insecurity. All right, that is as a result of the fact that recently, governors under the aegis of Nigeria's governors forum have come out to say, okay, they want to address the issue of hunger in the land. They want to collaboratively, join forces to address the issue of hunger in their states and also, try to include the federal government and see how they can reduce the sufferings of the masses. There's been a lot of cry in the land recently. A lot of people are complaining the high cost of food commodities in the market, the high price of the naira in relations to foreign exchange and all of that. So these issues are some of the things I'm going to be talking about today. And as for the aspect of insecurity, of course, you heard about the students that were kidnapped in Kaduna just over the weekend. The numbers still sketchy, but over 200 students were kidnapped from a school in Kaduna State. And the Governor Abbas, said he's on top of the matter. He's doing all he can to ensure their safe return. But of course, the parents of those students are not finding this very funny. And it's been a tough time for them. And they're crying out for the federal government and the state governor to do all they can to bring back their children. It sounds like the story of bring back our girls some years ago. Those girls, are they yet back? The Chibok girls, I mean. All right, that story is still in the skies, in the winds. All right, I'll be right back after a very quick break. When I come back, we'll get into the meat of the matter. Don't go anywhere. All right, don't forget to turn on your notification because that's how you get to know when next we come up with new episodes of the CIA Corner. All right, so what are we talking about the governors? The governors said, that's the governors under the aegis of the Nigeria's Governors Forum, which is chaired by Abdul Rahman of Kogi State. That's the governor of Kogi State. They have all said, okay, they need to do something. They need to do something about the hunger in the land, and people are complaining really bitterly. I don't know if you live in Nigeria by now, you too will be feeling it. For the first time in a long time in Nigeria, there's been this slogan of the rich are also feeling the pain of the downturn the economy took this time around. And everybody is crying and looking for a way forward. And now the governors under that aegis, some of them have said, okay, you know what? The idea of buying food in large quantities. Remember the rice pyramid in Buhari's tenure? Rice pyramid that was said that had a lot more woodwork than the rice bags itself. But then in recent times, governors have said, okay, they're going to do their best to buy foods in huge quantities and resell in very, very subsidized rates to people so that the ordinary man on the street will be able to afford it and try to, keep hope alive, while we rely on the promise of the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You remember he has said that, okay, Nigerians should endure through this period, and that is just a phase we're passing through. And then when we come out of this, our economy will be better, will be bigger, and will be the best in Africa. He has promised Nigerians to say that this time is a necessary rough patch we all have to go through. But after now, it will get better. So, yeah. If you look at the way Nigerians have been taking this, well, you don't find a lot of people on the street. Yes, Labour came out to protest some weeks ago, but then it was just one-off, letting the government know that, okay, we are aware of what's going on and we don't find it funny. Do what you have to do because it is part of the responsibilities that you signed up for. So we need you to get on top of this game and fix things. Yeah, that's what the Labour was saying to them. So it was a one-off thing. And so we're all patient, we're waiting. But while we're waiting, make we no go die. Now that thing with the talk. And that's why the governors have come out to say, yes, we will not let you die. Let's see what we can do. So we're reliant and we're hoping that these governors are not just going to be talking. Remember at one event over the weekend, the event of the homecoming, the homegoing of Herbert Wigwe. May his soul rest in peace. Him and his lovely wife and son that died and was buried over the weekend. We saw the governor of Rivers State, Governor Siminalayi Fubara, asked a very, very critical question when he said, politicians and the likes that are struggling so much and are fighting so hard to be in power, to hold, all the offices that they hold, they want to kill, they want to maim, they want to bury. Why all this struggle if you cannot leave an impactful legacy behind the way Herbert did? I thought that question was a very, very vital and surreal question for anybody to think about. But of course, you know what happened? The usual fashion, another politicians responded, but that's not the matter of the day. I'm saying that to say that, haven't you come to a point where we'll have leaders in place of offices where they will actually leave a legacy behind that Nigerians will continue to hail them? Nigeria, within the last democratic dispensation, we've come to a point where we always praise the former government to have done better than the current one. Buhari, people said, during Buhari's government, people said, Nigerians are suffering, suffer too much for land. Buhari won't kill us. Buhari, you're this, you're that. Tinubu came in, and now they are wishing that they had Buhari. When Buhari took over, they wished they had Goodluck Jonathan. The same Goodluck that was the most insulted president in the world at that time when he was in office. But they now wished he was the one in office when Buhari took over. Now we have Tinubu. They say, Buhari's time was not as bad as this. Well, I'm saying all of this to say that we are hoping that our government will be responsible enough at this time to take the right initiative and do what will affect the ordinary man and relieve the ordinary man on the street of the intense economic pressure that most of them are feeling right now. And we hope that, as the president has promised, we see a brighter day than we're experiencing right now. Okay, let me quickly go into the issue of the kidnapped school children in Kaduna. So it was a very, 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 very sad one. One would think that the abduction of those girls, the Chibok girls, some years ago, would be the last we will hear as to children being kidnapped and whisked away from schools. But unfortunately, it happened over the weekend again, even though the numbers are neither here nor there. But reports have it that over 200 students were whisked away from their school. Not just students, they are children. I need you to understand how serious this is. They were children. Children in their early secondary schools were kidnapped and taken into the forest. And villagers that tried to intervene, some of them were shot and killed, and a lot of them had to hide. But in a swift reaction, the governor of Kaduna State, Governor Abbas, traveled there to get the on-the-spot assessment of everything that happened. He got there and he has made a promise that he's not going to rest until he, helps to return those children to their families. But it hasn't been a very easy time for the parents of the students, as they've been seen in many reports, crying and begging the federal government and also the Kaduna State governor to do all they can to bring back their children, and safely too. One will begin to wonder, these terrorists, what is really going on? And when will it get to the point where lives and properties will be properly secured? Because part of the problem we're facing in terms of hunger in the land is the fact that farmers can no longer go to their farms and feel secured anymore. Going to the farm these days. We also got a report from, I think, Zamfara State or so, where they say farmers now go to the farm only when they pay dues to these terrorists. So terrorists are now stationed in different parts of these bushes. If you have to go to your farm, you pay to them so that they can let you go. And if they will, and if they like, any day they wake up, they come after you. Even the money you are paid may no longer, hold sway for you. So it's a really tough time for our country. Things that you hear that will only happen in uncivilized environment is what, we hear these days. We just hope that our federal government, which every Nigerian, I believe, is fully in support of. We're praying for them. We're hoping that, they know what to do at every point in time to save us from this hardship that most Nigerians are facing. Well, that's where I'm going to draw the curtains for today. There's a lot more to say, but I don't want to, bore you so much. So do well to continue this conversation on the comment section. Drop your own reaction about these stories. Let's get to know what you feel or what's your opinion about these topics I just shared with you. Until next time I come your way again, this has been the CIA Show. Don't forget to drop your reactions. I'll see you next time. My name is William Savule.